So I had a closing earlier this week with probably one of the oldest clients I've ever dealt with. He was 84 years old and he just bought 117 acres over in Wilkes County, Georgia. This gentleman was a character. He'd been in the land business most of his life. He was a retired real estate broker himself from South Georgia. Had bought and sold over 50,000 acres in the state of Georgia in his career. And I hope in the next decade I can maybe surpass him. But he said something that's going to stick with me as long as I'm on this earth. That one thing is, for one, and you've heard me say it many times, which is they only made so much land. But the thing that stuck to me more than what that was a saying that he's got that, well, I'm just going to steal the saying, but they're not making any more land, but the only place that you're going to be able to get new land is in the obituaries. Think about that. 7 out of 10 times I'm seeing most of these properties that are coming to market, they're estates. Folks, I think a lot of the world has realized the value of land ownership and the value of being sustainable. That's one of the biggest things. If you want to be sustainable, you've got to have acres. But what he said, that stuck with me so well was the simple fact of the only place they're making any new land is in that about 7th page of the local newspaper in the obituaries. Gets me to another topic on this. These 20, 21-year-old kids out there, say you're just starting out in a career, you might have some down payment money. Same deal with a home, but the earlier you invest in this stuff we call dirt, aka real estate, the sooner you're going to have it paid off and the sooner you'll have that equity. There's so many different options out there for land. If you're of a rural mindset, kind of like myself, or probably 90% of the folks following me on here, say you bought land at the age of 21. You got 2 years tax returns. That's what a lot of lenders are going to require. Got you a down payment saved up, normally 20%. And you go and you buy you a $100,000 property, 20 grand down payment. Might be able to work the closing cost in on your offer when you make one on a piece of property. A lot of different scenarios with that. Well, if they're going to run that for 20 years, you've already got 20% equity in that piece of property, and that land's appreciating 7% per year on average. All right? By the time you're 25, you're going to have enough equity in that property with the current loan that you've got to be able to use to build your first home or maybe an investment home. There's so much possibility. The youth of this world needs to realize, instead of going and buying the newest iPhone or having a $120,000 pickup truck that really all it does is get them from A to B for work, hardly ever work too with that. There's so many options to owning something that's got a deed to it. Ain't a whole lot of anything else out there appreciating like what I'm standing on right now. Dirt, land, real estate. Sorry this was a almost 4-minute long video, but it hit me, and well, I just like the saying that I heard this week of the only place they're making any new land is in the obituaries. Y'all keep buying land.
I'll let the landman help you today. I'll keep buying land.